My mom shares one of her biggest regrets. Pretty sad. So on this Thanksgiving Day, I speak of my mom. She's in a nursing home, well, retirement community, Virginia Mennonite retirement community up in Harrisonburg, Virginia. And I got off the horn with her. And she's telling me that one of her biggest regrets is that she didn't travel more. Her husband, her second husband, Henry, wanted to travel a lot. They went to Switzerland. But my mom got nervous about that financially, with the resources, worried about who's going to take care of the house and whatnot when they're gone. And she very much enjoyed traveling to Switzerland. And they'd go to Quebec because her husband had a condo in Quebec City. They went to Arizona a couple times. But as she's sitting, I hate to say it, but basically wasting away at VMRC, and she can't, before you say, well, you take her in, Josh. My sister actually asked her that just the other day, and my mom's adamant, nope. She can't move, she can't walk, she just gives a list of her issues, so she's not moving. But anyway, so he goes, I wish I would have traveled more as opposed to spend all this money on the doctors in the nursing home. Now, I chuckle it away internally as well. Traveling does not mean you would not have spent that money on the nursing home. I mean, it's not like if you do X, you won't have to do Y. You could still traveled and still have to spend money on a nursing home. But it just makes sense to me. Instead of having all these memories and having lived, what she would consider a better life, now she's just wasting away at a nursing home, spending her resources, scarce resources, on the nursing home. So, the thing is, what if she would have saved, saving $50,000 on travel, has that really made her better off for the nursing home cost? And of course not. It's silly to even think this. Why people are like, well, what about long-term care costs? Like, what about it? My mom's got a private room in a nice community center, of a nice retirement community. She's got a wing, I think 15 other people, of which her and 2 others, the only one that's cognitive. Everyone else is either demented or they got Alzheimer's. So 3 out of 15 are mentally with it. The other 12 are not. But she got a private room. That's great. Thankfully, she didn't spend that $50,000 on travel, or else maybe she would have been in a Medicaid facility. I can't believe how many people actually had this concern that they spend money on things they want to do means they'll go in a Medicaid facility potentially. Like, even if you spend money on things you want to do, you still may go in a Medicaid facility. But you think like this, a non-Medicaid facility, like some of these places still have beds for Medicaid recipients. That's how it usually works. I don't know the exact about it. Some of you guys might know more than I, but generally speaking, once you're in the facility, they can't kick you out, even if you run out of money. And they just take on Medicaid as a payment as opposed to your own private money. So what if you are Medicaid anyway? You think you'd be that much worse off than my mom? I mean, I'm not going to say I want my mom to go to a Medicaid facility, but certainly I would rather have her have $50,000 less because she traveled with her second husband than have $50,000 more and still end up at the same place. And we're not talking a huge amount of money here. $50,000 a lot of money. I get it. Over the course of 25 years of marriage to her second husband, however how long. I mean, he was quite a bit older. Of course it is. My mom just texted she didn't like Trump because Trump has rubbery lips and Donald's a wimpy name. I'm not going to tell my lady I know, our neighbor on Peaks Island, her husband was named Donald. I say, hey, do you know my mom says your husband has a wimpy name? I would never do that. Anyway, that's the regret she has. She said, I wish I would have done more traveling. I would have enjoyed it more. Going to Switzerland was fine. We could have gone to Amsterdam, we could have gone to London, could have gone to Ireland, never been to any of these places. And now it's too late. All because of financial concerns, obviously, what happens to the house when we're gone, all that. Look, I have no desire to travel, none whatsoever. But if that's what makes my wife happy, I'm hell if I don't travel. I'll say that right now. You know what I'm saying? So I want my wife to be happy more than I want to be sitting at home. That's just a fact, Jack. Oh, here's these big old puppies. Hey, horsies! Nay! I love these guys. Just big old dogs. Come hang out with me while I talk to these horsies. I mean, I'm not saying go freaking smoke crack cocaine. I'm just saying, at the other day, look, I'm not saying you have just light cigars with $100 bills. I'm just saying, come on, can we have the resources potentially to do this? Just so get it done. You don't have to do it every day, but my goodness. Hi, guys. Look who's there. Hi. Hi, gorgeous. Oh, yeah, look at him. Oh, so handsome. We got you last time. Yes, sir. Oh, look at this guy right here. So handsome. Good boys. Hi, puppies. Oh, so beautiful. Oh, these are big boys. Oh, yeah. All right. Anyway. So don't waste time. Develop a plan, for heaven's sake. But, see you guys. Oh, they're just chilling. But, man. And remember, show me the evidence that the majority of us spend significant amount of money on healthcare in retirement. When I say healthcare, I'm talking long-term care. I'd love to see the evidence. It's funny, I'm listening to Christine Benz right now talking to Afford Anything podcast, whatever it is. And Christine Benz, I just kind of chuckle a little bit at this. She's like, yeah, spend some more in retirement. You don't have to just limit yourself. I'm like, well, you guys are the ones, Morningstar, pushing a 3.2% withdrawal rate. Christine Benz had this thing where you couldn't, she had this report, I don't know, a couple years ago, it said all the negatives about long-term care costs and blah, blah, blah. I remember looking, and this is probably back in 2018-19, I was diving back through all these links, and I was like, Christine, did you just read the headlines? Did you not read the, it's kind of like, remember when they said COVID, there was a 5 to 10% infection fatality rate? Remember that? And I was sitting, I will never forget this. I was like, what? Well, yeah, every 100 people that go that die, or every people with COVID, 5 to 10 die. I forget challenging who's dying from COVID. A motorcycle crashed, the guy with COVID, he suddenly died from COVID. As we know, that's what they were using. People in Italy said that. The state health person in Illinois said that. We know that's what they're doing. If you died with COVID, you died from COVID. Even if you freaking, got drunk last night as a skunk and fell off the Empire State Building, you're still a COVID death. Forget that for just a second. The issue, of course, was who is getting tested for COVID at that point? It's only the very sick. Only the very sick. And so the very sick are going to the doctor, getting tested for COVID, and they said, oh, you died with or from COVID, thus your COVID fatality rate, infection fatality rate, whatever the hell, IFR, is 5 to 10%. And people then turned around that and said, you take a population of 100,000 people, 5 to 10,000 people die from COVID. I was like, this is absurd. I can't believe people, I literally could not believe people were falling for this. They were. The same thing with the long-term care stuff. Oh my goodness. The average stay in long-term care is 2 years in a long-term care facility. And the average cost of a long-term care facility is what, $150,000, whatever. I'm like, that's if you go to a long-term care facility. And by the way, averages skewed to the outliers, so averages make it look even worse than it is, not the median, the average. That's where people actually go. How many people go to a long-term care facility? Not very many. So if you take the whole total population, the amount of people who go to a long-term care facility are significantly lower, and the average cost, or the median, however you want to look at it, again, I'd look at median, which we have, and I've written that in my book, You Can Retire on Social Security, is significantly lower. Significantly lower. But that's not the way Christine was presenting it. I was like, what are you doing? And they say the average, average stay, what was it? Oh, then they'll turn around and say, of people over 65, 60% will have some kind of long-term care need. And that was used to imply that 60% will go to a long-term care facility, and it's just not true. Having a long-term care need does not equate to you going to a long-term care facility. Many people have long-term care needs at their house that they manage. But they're putting out like 60% of the population will go to a long-term care facility, and those people go to a long-term care facility, the average stay there is 2 years, and the average cost is $200,000, whatever. I could not believe this. I was like, so now I'm hearing Christine Benz being interviewed. Say, yeah, no, it's all good. No, look, I'm glad, but just like, what were you saying 4 or 5 years ago, man? Yeah, it was very frustrating. I got people coming up here in man in bed, so I'm going to let you guys go. God bless. Paw the like button. Happy Thanksgiving. USA in your face, baby. We'll see you.